This is The Voice of Land on the Big Play Network with your hosts, Kevin Arnold and Jay Banky. Only 8 days into the month, and this month is already off to a hectic start, but it's all in fun as we welcome you to another edition of The Voice of Land right here on the Big Play Network. Can't thank Bob and Millersburg enough for our new open. Now it's 3 weeks old, so I don't know how long I can say it's new anymore, but thank you so much to Bob and Millersburg. If you are just tuning into the show for the first time, whether through sound or video and sound, my face and my voice, this is Kevin Arnold on the other side of the table. That's always positive. Jay, how's it going, Jay?
It's going good. Enjoying the nice weather finally. Finally stopped raining.
Finally stopped raining. Boy, Friday was just a monsoon. I went to work and I just parked on the street because I only needed to be there for a couple hours. And I don't know what happened, but the water level was like above the bottom part of my tire. So it was definitely some flooding issues. So if anybody's dealing with that, we send all our best to you.
We know the golfers are dealing with it.
Yeah, they are. Everybody, that's basically the people that complain more about it.
Oh, yeah, they can't stand this time of the year because it's just constant. It's like a swamp out there everywhere.
But speaking of golf, thank you so much to Ed Rupert, the interim director of the U.S. Amateur Golf Tour right here in the Cleveland and Akron area, version of it working in conjunction with the Pittsburgh area as well. So we want to thank him. Had a great time with him, great conversation, and hope to get him back on the show at some point as well. No guests tonight. It's just myself, it's Jay, and behind the proverbial glass, it is.
We're still trying to look for him.
It's still just the
disembodied voice.
AI system. It's coming from somewhere. It is audio, or better known as Peter Tulip. We are, of course, partnered with the Big Play Network and LPV Productions. We are sponsored, and we are so happy that Vector Technical continues and has continued to sponsor us this entire time. They will get the right person in the right job the first time. More information to come on them as the show goes on. Before we get rolling on the show, though, I think it's good to mention that while you're seeing us on Sunday night, if you're listening throughout the week, then you already know you're watching or listening to a recording. But if you are trying to watch live, and it says live on social media right now at VTL_pod, at Voice of Land, at Big Play, and all that on Facebook and YouTube, wherever you're watching, this is pre-recorded. We don't hide any secrets on here. We pull back the curtain. We break the fourth wall because I'm clearly looking into this camera here for those just listening to the audio. This is being pre-recorded. It is Mother's Day. We want to have enough time to spend with mothers. Peter and Jacob are here, and of course want to spend time with Debbie, his wife, and on Mother's Day as well. So we are helping out on Mother's Day for all of us or everybody out there to have a chance to. And I'm going to spend time with both my mother and future mother-in-law. More on that to come later on in the show as well. Now, we've been starting our show sometimes. It's not a consistent segment yet with shout-outs, but, Jay, you brought up a couple people that are doing some pretty cool things as of late, or at least someone doing it today, which we're recording on Saturday, May 7th.
Correct.
So I said we're 8 days into the month, 7, but you guys are watching when it's 8 or more. Someone is down in the flats right now doing something cool, and then, content creator as well doing some good stuff for charity.
Well, we got local comedian Ricky Smith, and you know him as Ricconia. He started his food truck, which he's been wanting to do for years and years. And they make just pretty much gourmet grilled cheeses, which all of them are named after Outkast songs, which I thought was hilarious and awesome. If you know Ricky, you're not surprised either. But the cost. Each sandwich costs you absolutely nothing. Now, he is accepting donations because all this goes to fuel his random acts of kindness thing he does and stuff like that. So everything is donation based. If you don't have money, you can go down and get a sandwich. But if you got some extra bucks and you want a good sandwich, donate to a great cause and go see these guys.
And, Sir Yacht, who people know, I know is Joey Kingsley, but known more so through social media as Sir Yacht. He just took a bike ride from Cleveland to Cincinnati. I believe he was raising money for
food bank, I believe.
Food.
This one was for autism awareness.
Okay.
And then before this, he went to all the Clevelands in this area and got it sponsored. So everything that he was raising went to the food bank, and I think he raised over like 13,000 meals that they do because
That's fantastic.
they can make $1 go real far at those food banks.
Yeah, I mean, and people that know Suryat, the content he puts out there, he's putting out some funny content. He wants to give everybody a laugh, make
the thing
people
with
smile.
him, you either love him, you hate him. But
Yeah.
Peter, he went with we got to go to a basketball game. He's a good kid. He's polite, and he does great things. So I got no problem with the guy. I think he's a good dude.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice to meet him. And hey, if we were on the big screen.
Yeah. Yeah, he brought the Where's Waldo outfit, and they found him.
Well, you
could see me not seeing me there on the big screen in that picture that we posted.
Oh wow, the first video evidence.
No, you can't see me.
Oh,
he's not even there.
Oh,
it's
wow.
just his presence.
But I was there.
The presence was just there. So I mean, and again, it's people that are content creation through social media. That's one of the avenues that have allowed people to kind of create a new career for people now. And when you get a following like that, and to give back to the community, to use that following and to get more recognition of charities around the local area, that's the most important thing.
And if you ever want to do anything and you don't think you're going to make a difference, you do. Anybody can make a difference, because it's one person does a little bit, but when you got 20 people that do a little bit at once, now you're making bigger strides, and everyone's just got to do their little part, and this place would be so much better if everyone try to help everyone out.
Yeah, you said it. People may feel like one person can't do everything, and one person can't do everything, but don't let people tell you that you can't push back on this, or you can't have an opinion on that. You can't try to raise awareness on this because just the way society has gone, no one's done that. Be the first person, and
do it.
More people will follow. One person can start a change. You can't make the full change, but one person can start a change and start a collection of people that are willing to help make that change. And that it takes one person to start it, and then the snowball effect that everybody uses as a negative thing, that's when it turns into a positive, and a snowball effect of everybody getting involved, everybody doing their part, everybody helping in different ways. Society can get where we want it to go.
You said it perfectly. Somebody can't do everything, but somebody can do something.
Right. And to be honest, we have teams here in the city that get as much outreach into the community and help with charities as they can. And one of the teams that does a great deal of that are the Cleveland Guardians. The Cleveland Guardians charities, and you've heard Cleveland Indians charities on the radio when they were the Indians as well. Like the Indians and Guardians charities, what they've been able to do, and connecting with Velasano with that bike-a-thon before COVID, and still kind of that going on, raising awareness for cancer, and all of that in MLB. One of the best teams to do that. Now, are they one of the best teams in Major League Baseball this year? Maybe not, but one of their players took a step in being more recognized, especially here in town, as one of our favorite athletes, at least one of our favorite baseball players, to go through the Cleveland Baseball Organization during our time and time before us, and that is José Ramirez.
Who is it? Jose.
Now, we're allowed to sing that because they play like the Olay song when he comes out. Like,
I love it. I absolutely love it every time.
So, a story came out. I believe it was in The Athletic. I'm not too sure on that, but there was a story, and there was a snippet. One snippet that was being the picture of it was being thrown about social media. His agent, when they were having these contract talks with the Guardians, his agent was trying to convince him against signing this deal that he signed, the $150 million for, I think, 7 years, something like that. The extension that he signed, his agent was trying to deter him against that. And Jose basically said, how am I going to be any different if I have, $150 million versus $250 or $300 million on the market? I love being here. Why not stay here? Now, you'd love to see the team kind of give more players and support, just like how the Angels are finally doing that for Mike Trout. But it is refreshing to see a player take what everybody considers a pay cut to stay here in town. And really, he's just taking a contract to stay where he feels most comfortable.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I mean, throughout our lives, how many great players have we seen just come and just they develop, they become amazing players, and then we can't afford them, they leave, and they're like, oh, we have to do what we got to do. No, you don't. If you really wanted to stay, you could have did exactly what Jose did. That guy, when he signed that deal and did what he did for this team in this city, instantly became my all-time favorite Indians player. I've never seen it done. Not in baseball, at least.
No, not in baseball. I mean, we were talking before, and in football, you have Tom Brady, right? He's done deals like that. And granted, his wife makes way more money than he does, which is insane.
But there's a salary cap that makes a difference, too.
Well, exactly. But he, does that so they could put better players around him. And Jose, saying, "Hey, I'd rather make $150 million and stay in Cleveland
and be happy."
Right. But I understand it's difficult for these guys because their agents push that. Because their agents get a percentage of what these guys make. And so for every $1 million more that player makes, that agent's putting 10%, $100,000 in his pocket.
Yeah.
That's, that's a bug in the ear to these players.
That's just the agent. All his family members, I'm not all of them, but a lot of family members were probably saying, "No, hold out, go get this." Because everybody wants that little piece of that pie. And you get people all the time. And he said, no. I'm staying where I want to stay.
Kudos to him, man. They need to put him on that banner on the building across.
Well, you got to remember, Jose was never a high-end prospect. We brought him up and gave him a chance, and I think he's paying us back for that. He's so appreciative of us as much as we are of him. And I was in awe when I seen that. I was just like, wow.
Yeah, it's one of those organizationally grown players that has turned into one of the most... How recognized he is, I don't know, because there's average sports fans out there that don't even recognize Mike Trout when it's a Mike Trout video of him and his dad in a batting practice or something like that.
I wouldn't recognize him, honestly. A lot of them I wouldn't.
Right.
I'll tell you this much: Jose walks around anywhere Cleveland, everyone knows who he is.
Yes, man. And that's the type of fan base that we have. And you can't discredit players that take advantage of what the market tells you can or how much money is available, and they go maximize their market value. Talking about Tom Brady, always taking some of those pay cut type deals to allow teams to sign other players. I know that there's a salary cap, so it's a different situation, but he's choosing not to get his full market value of how much money he can actually get in the NFL.
Well, look what he has.
Nowadays, you can get $230 million guaranteed. I'm not going there right now. We'll talk a little bit of Browns later.
But to hit on what you were saying, he gave up all that money, but what does he have, 7 rings to go for that?
Right.
Yeah, I think that's how. He would take those 7 rings over all the money he lost. It also helps that his wife is a super millionaire, too. It makes more than he does, but...
It's instances like this that kind of tell you more that the player is talking about wanting to win, and it gives you more evidence that they're about it. I'm not saying that guys that go get their full market value aren't about winning. I think LeBron was finally able to do that when he went to LA and signed a longer-term deal. He went more for a market value type deal, but he's about winning. You can't say anything about that. All these marketing deals that he has too, he's getting all of his market value and money from many different angles, but you can't say that he's not about winning. What I'm saying is you feel that more in a genuine manner from someone like Jose when he does something like this. And it truly feels genuine that he wants to stay here. And the agent trying to convince him otherwise, he's just trying to get him his market value. He's just trying to get him his money in baseball. He's doing his job. Jose just wanted to stay. And now this organization has got to look themselves in the mirror, and it's not just the Dolans, it's the front office. I know how good that they've been and how professional this organization is, and we mentioned how great they are building up, getting money for charities around the community. But they got to look themselves in the mirror and say, hey, we have a player that wants to stay. We'll see what Shane Bieber wants to do when he comes up for a possible extension. He seems kind of like that type, but I'm not going to fault him if he tries to go get his market value with the Guardians always chincing on the money, giving these cheap deals, these cheap-looking deals. We'll see what happens with that, but I need from this organization at this point, I need more clarity. I know we have 3 general managers, presidents of baseball, basketball, football operations that will say so much in a 25-minute press conference and say absolutely nothing with all those words. But I just want a little bit more transparency, a little bit more clarity from what approach are you taking? Are you in a moment where you are a mid-market, small market team that has to go back to your farm system to get the young talent some experience and build back up to contend in the AL Central and Major League Baseball? Or are you just thinking that maybe the window is partially closed this year? You're trying to, you are still trying to contend with an eye on the future. I want more clarity on that, because what we've seen to start this season versus what we were told in the offseason, they were going to spend money, and not just spend to keep players, spend to bring players in. It has been the opposite message, and that's
I guess they said they tried, and they actually, I think it was Chapman from the Athletics who tried to get in there, and then it ended up falling through or whatever.
But tried.
How hard did you try?
In quotes, yeah. How hard did you try? If everybody around, even national media, is saying that Jose took a hometown discount, how much were you ever actually in? Because how little did you offer versus how much you actually know Chapman's going to get? Did you really feel like you were in on any of these things, or are we always going to be the bridesmaids, never the bride in all of this?
Well, I think how they play is going to make a huge impact on what they do. Now, if they start overexceeding, like they are to me already have overexceeded what they should have done this year, thanks to players like Quan and now Naylor coming up.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they're contending, I can see him making a move for a player, because they still need a bat out there. Now, Framil, he's finally starting to warm up thanks to E. Goldie getting him a good start going.
Yeah.
But he's one of those players, when he gets hot, he's red hot, and it's like he's one of the scariest batters. But when he gets cold, he's like he started off ice cold, and he's very streaky.
Right. Now, again, we're recording on Saturday, even though this is playing as if it's live on Sunday night in our normal time slot. You can catch us Sunday nights, 7 p.m. A little bit of a change to that next week, though, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But I know that they have games going on right now against Toronto. They've had to play a doubleheader this past weekend because of all the rain, and then playing on Sunday with a 4-game series.
They should be playing right now.
They should be playing right now. I'm not going to give updates because it's not like it's going to matter, because it's pointless right now. I just think that it's nice to see that maybe they're getting a little bit more consistency in the lineup, or at least consistency in series. It's one thing. It's great to sweep. We've gone back and forth on this. Sweep, no sweep, sweep, no sweep. Like the split of the doubleheader against the San Diego Padres was the first non-sweep series that the Guardians have been a part of since the Kansas City series to start out the year. So now they won the first game of the series against the Blue Jays, so they at least guarantee themselves they couldn't be swept if the Blue Jays win the other 3.
I may have had a helping part in that, too. Thanks to our buddy Nick Padone, who got me onto the Bet Jack, and it's for credits, not real money, but I may have put 500 credits for the Blue Jays. I may have jinxed them.
Well,
I got to do what I got to do.
We'll take what we can get.
Yeah, take what you can get. So
you could bet 500 credits. I can do that when it's not real money.
Yeah. Now, of course, weather's going to get better, and they're going out on the road. But just let's hope for a better month of baseball in May than in April. Now, we are going to hit our first break of the night. Mentioned a little bit earlier, make sure you are following us at VTL_pod and like our Facebook page at Voice of the Land. Make sure to follow Big Play across all social media sites and subscribe to both ours at Voice of the Land Podcast and Big Play at Big Play on YouTube. Subscribe to the channels. You get clips from our show on our channel, and you get the full episode on the Big Play YouTube channel, plus all of our other friends in the network. You got the Big Play Reflog Show. You got Dog's Table, all of the different Big Play options and clips you can get right there. On the other side of the break, kind of mentioned a little bit, there might be a way to catch this show more live than you've had in the past. We'll get to that on the other side. This is the Voice of Land right here on the Big Play Network.
Whether you're looking to hire new talent or start a new career, Vector Technical has you covered. Vector Technical is a 28-year-old staffing firm that has helped thousands of job seekers advance in their career with reputable partners throughout northeastern Ohio. Vector Technical is more than just a temp agency. With an above-average hire-in rate of 1 in 4 candidates, Vector works hard to connect the right person with the right opportunity the first time. Vector Technical hires for skilled manufacturing and light industrial work and is sure to have a career that you've been looking for. To learn more, visit our website at www.vectortechnicalinc.com.
Said it before the break. We're pre-recording this show this week. So we're recording in the middle of the afternoon on Saturday, May 7th, while you're watching maybe live Sunday night at 7:15, 7:20-ish right now on Sunday, May 8th. Well, usually when we are on Sunday nights, we are live, and you can see us actually live as the show is being produced. We're talking live. We don't have to go back. Even though we're recording today, we're not going to go through any fumbled up words like I just did right there. Words are hard, but oh so fun, as we always say on the show. But when you watch us live, you're seeing it all happen in front of you through a screen. Next week, however, we are going to be having the show on Saturday, but it's going to be live, and we are going to be live on remote for the Top Dog Tailgates, I think supporting City Dogs of Cleveland. They were taking $20 donations from people that wanted to come out, play cornhole, get in and celebrate Jay's birthday next week
as well. It's the big 30th birthday.
Big 30? Okay. You know.
Maybe 40, but we're going to keep calling it the 30.
We'll just split it down the middle. Maybe it's the big 35, you know.
Yeah, whatever. We just won't say 40.
All right. You know, we just won't say the number 40, even though, you know, it might be that age of 40, but we're trying not to say the word or the number 40.
Hey, at least I don't look 40. My body may feel 50, but at least I don't look 40.
There's times my body feels 80. So.
Yeah, I hear you. The body is much older than any part of me.
But I know, Jay, you got in first. Like, you've been kind of connected and had your spot going to the tailgate. It's the guys that do it on West 3rd underneath the bridge,
yes,
correct?
Correct.
So now, is that one of the ones that we did for Tails?
Yep, we
tailgate?
have done it on there. Our friend Jared was on that show with us. It was a real short one, but that's when they did their, I think, their mac and cheese competition.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Okay. So just, I mean, you may know a little bit more than me, and it's, you know, but just tell the people kind of what they're trying to.
Well, first off, they're trying to raise a bunch of money to help this dog place, and that's awesome. And while doing it, you're having a good time. Like $20, you can get all the food you can get. If you want to drink, all the drink you can drink. We're playing cornhole. We're gonna have our remote there. It's pretty much a tailgate in the middle of summer because Browns fans don't get to tailgate all year, and most of the time when you do, it's crappy weather. And it's very family friendly. I went there last year. There was no problems. Everyone got along with each other. It was just a great time altogether.
And I know it's out in Berea, which is, you know,
it's in the metro parks.
Yeah, so in the metro parks out there in Berea, I want to get the actual location, so I'm going to bring up their Facebook event page here in just 1 second. But, you know, it's going to be a way for, if you're already in, I think that they might still be taking donations. I think
I think he's got 20 more spots he wants to fill and be done. Like, if you know him, like, he is on it on Twitter. Like, borderline, he'll bug you out until you commit to it. But I got to give him this. Like, it's a lot of stress. Like, when I've done my fundraisers, all you want is everyone to go. You want everything to go smoothly. You try to promote it so much. So I give him props. He is on it, and he just never quits. Like, and he doesn't make any money. It's a complete nonprofit. And I just appreciate everything he does. Like we said, if everyone just did a little bit, this world would be a lot better place.
Yeah, so they're calling it the second annual Cornhole Tailgate. It is at the WJ Green Lodge, 500 Old Reservoir Road in Berea, Ohio. And again, we're going to do the show live from there. I think the tailgate goes from 1 to 6 p.m. and there's events throughout the day. Throughout that time, we're going to do the show. I think we're going to do a little extended version of the show.
We might even have some guests if we know you and you're there. We might even have you just pop on with us. You never know.
Yeah, so we're going to go from, I think, 1:30 to 3, and it's going to be live. You know, I already talked to Dave from Big Play, you know, got us into the network, kind of runs the network, and, of course, one of the hosts of the Big Play Reflux Show live right here on the Big Play Network every Monday night. Whose house I will
be going to for his derby party.
Yeah, you're doing a derby party today.
I just saw that pulled pork. I was like, ooh.
We may need to talk about that here in a second, too. But we want to thank the guys from Top Dog Tailgate for inviting us out. And I know they were doing deals where if you kind of put a donation in for 2 people, you got a third one free for, I think, our week that we did it with Peter, myself, and his son Jacob. It was, you get 3 people, you pay for 3 people, it's like $60 because they're taking $20 donations to get in, and $60 got you an extra person and a parking pass, which I know for audio is going to be very helpful. Even if I don't even know how he drives, but it's going to be very helpful because
it's like
there's
one of those new age like self-driving cars. We put a UPS or a USB plug into it, and then audio just goes.
So
freaks people out when they see that thing, the steering wheel turn without no one there.
Yeah, you drive up past it, and they're like, "Oh man,
it must be one of those Google cars."
Yeah, but why would they choose that Honda Civic or whatever it is?
He's got the Kia Sedona riding around.
Yeah, whatever. But I mean, he's gonna have all the equipment. And if you guys have seen our stuff for Chagrin Valley Conference with doing play-by-play, or for the Cleveland Crunch, who, one of our great partners here that we enjoy kind of working with and working alongside, he lugs all the equipment to the place. So
we're gonna try and do a little bit smaller setup, so it's a little bit more portable. Since we're not gonna have cameramen there, for football and the Crunch, we do quite a bit with a small crew, but we still have a crew, so. I think the crew's going to be me, and Jacob's going to help me carry some stuff. So
I'll be there. I'll help you out. I'm going to bring my little camera, so I'm going to try to make a little montage that I'm going to make you edit for me again, because you do such a great job at that last time.
I think we're going to bust out the PTZ camera so we can kind of.
Yeah, my little Osmo is only that big, and I appreciate the size of that thing because I can go all over downtown Cleveland with it.
Much easier.
So 1 to 6 next week, next Saturday. May 14th, 1 to 6 p.m. out at WJ Green Lodge, Old Reservoir Road in Berea at the Metro Park area there. But we're going to be on from 1:30 to 3. You guys can come watch us live and in person, see how the
You can watch me hoist up the winning trophy for the cornhole tournament when I win this thing.
Oh, you're in the cornhole tournament, huh?
Yeah, my overhand shot. Yes, very awkward cornhole shot. Most people
Is
do
that allowed?
Yes. And you have no idea how many times people have questioned me on this at like Muni Lot and stuff. Like, you can't do that. I'm like, first off, we don't even have money. Why do you care what I do? We're playing for fun. Second, read the rules. I just make them Google it and prove themselves wrong every time. But yeah, you can. I shoot it like a basketball.
I just didn't know.
I know you don't play that much cornhole, but yes, you. Every time
I love cornhole. I just don't get a chance to play that much cornhole.
Same.
So.
No, I got a cornhole board, and I probably played it 5 times.
I suck at it, so it's.
That's what I was so bad. And then one day I was just like, LeBron, I did a fadeaway shot, and I nailed it. And I'm like, And I started shooting, and I got into a groove, and I'm like, I am so much better this way.
I'm going to have to try
But to be honest, I still suck. It's cool, because last year, they had everyone made their teams, and they competed in a team. And it ended up having 2 ringers. Like, these people must be going around to cornhole tournament to just win all these prizes. They bring their own bags and stuff. I'm like, dude, what the hell is going on here? So this year he changed it that all the teams are going to be randomized and just picked there. So you might get the ringer on your team, or you might get stuck with me. I'm hoping to get the ringer.
So random partner cornhole will be one of the things going on there. Other list of activities going on around the grounds next week while we're doing our show, and even before or after. There's going to be championship. It says Flip Up. I'm going to assume that's Flip Cup. Championship Flip Cup, raffles, music, special guests, Browns podcast mania. So I think there's going to be some other podcasts there, and we are considered a Browns podcast because for the Big Play Network, the reason why our show is on Sundays at 7 p.m. is because it originally started when we joined the Big Play Network as the Browns post-game show for the network. And then there's no point in changing the time and keep changing things back and forth, so we just stayed at Sunday at 7. We know that there's things going on. People are maybe trying to relax and maybe disconnect from their phones and their devices. That's why if you follow us, you subscribe to our YouTube channel, or you subscribe on Google, Spotify, Apple Podcast, you can listen whenever. So that's why we're still considered a podcast, but we're a sports show, a weekly sports show at least. And we did the Browns post-game show, so we're kind of one of those Browns podcast mania elements, I guess. And then, they're gonna celebrate Jay's birthday out there next week. So come on out for a good time. Reach out to Top Dogs Tailgate. Find them on Twitter, on Facebook. You can send them a message. I'm sure that they will be happy to take any more people that want to come on out and
If
enjoy.
you can't find them, find us, and we'll
Yep.
direct you right where
Yep.
you need to go.
DM us at VT_pod, and we'll make sure we get you in connection with the right people. Before we go to break, you said you're going to a derby party. You've ever been to a derby party before?
One, and it was just because my buddy's dad had one, and I was always over there anyways every day. So this is the first real derby party,
Okay.
and I don't know what to expect, to be honest. I mean, Dave's got an awesome setup. I don't know if you've ever seen his garage and back porch and stuff.
I've seen like the pictures and everything.
He's got the simulated golf machine in there. He's got the Papa Shot, which
Yeah.
I'm coming to dominate since we had our practice on the Bachelorette party, which I came up one shot short of the record of Kevin's every single time.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have the record.
Yeah, I know. I'm sweating. I'm like, 93, brick. I'm like, damn it.
You know, the people that are see, the record that's going to show up when people go in that house is going to be like 130 something because.
Oh yeah, your buddy was just sitting there going bling 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 and hitting the switch.
And my best man just took the ball and he was like right over the hoop and he just started like dropping it to his hand and just swinging it around and around and around, and so it is what it is, because there was a competition between my fiance and
It was a three-headed race between
Yeah.
you, me, and the fiance.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I've seen pictures of his setup. Now, is it like what you're wearing right now? Is that the dress for
I don't
it,
know.
or are you supposed to like
He
get like
told me
all dolled
everyone's
up with the
wearing
hats?
dressed up. I'm like, dude, I don't even own a suit. Like, I don't dress up, guy. I hate dressing up. I would, if I could, I'd wear a t-shirt and basketball shorts every single day of my life with sandals, and I'd be a happy, content guy. So then when these things happen, I'm always like, yeah, this is what I'm wearing.
Yeah. I mean,
It's about the fanciest clothes I have, and
that's all right.
it is what it is.
You gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, unfortunately, you know, the pickup time for our suits for the wedding.
Oh, Tiffany is so excited to see me in a suit. She's like, I might have to get you one if you like look that good in it. I'm like, no. I've never owned a suit, and I'm turning 40.
I guess I don't have like a full on suit. Like I have the pieces for a suit, and like it's good to go on interviews with and everything like that. But like something like we're gonna get renting wise, I don't know if we can say the place or not. It's not like we're you know, no free ads, but still, we're going through Men's Warehouse, and it's going to be navy blue suit with, I think we did a navy blue vest for you guys, red necktie. I'm doing a red bow tie on mine, and maybe a red vest. I don't know how I'm standing out, but all I know is if we had like the period right now to go pick up our tuxes, you would have had the perfect outfit for that.
Yeah.
Just keep it clean.
So this
and then,
one's all the Guardians Indians colors.
Yeah.
And the last wedding I went into, I was in like brown and orange pretty much. I was like, hey, what's the next one? The Cavs colors? We're gonna get the
See, now we
wine and
need
gold.
Men's Warehouse to sponsor us, and they can dress Jay up in a suit.
Yeah,
every week.
it's Men's
hey,
Warehouse.
I'll do this show in a suit. I don't care.
Hey, if they provide a suit, I'll wear it.
Yeah. So, you know, we're always dipping our toe wherever we can. So, but make sure again to find us Top Dogs Tailgate. We'll talk about a little bit more about that as the show goes on as we get towards the end of the show. I guess tonight we'll talk more about that. On the other side, though, we got to talk about what we don't want to talk about,
The Voldemort subject.
but it is our job to talk about it, and we'll talk about that next right here on the Voice of Land, here on the Big Play Network.
Are you struggling to hire the right talent or maybe even find the right career? Vector Technical makes it easy. Since 1992, Vector has provided Ohio employers with a reliable process for hiring and have helped thousands of job seekers advance in their careers. Vector Technical is more than just a temp agency. We invest time to get to know each client and candidate personally. Vector places people in job opportunities that they are truly excited about. Interested in learning more? Visit our website at www.vectortechnicalinc.com to see a full list of our current job opportunities and to find out what Vector Technical can offer you.
Get your gear at voiceoftheland.com/shop.
Welcome back to the Voice of Land right here on the Big Play Network. I am Kevin Arnold alongside Always Positive Jay and our producer extraordinaire Audio that you will just hear in the midst of the background. Make sure you head on over to voiceoftheland.com to get your gear, and very soon we will have gear with APJ's face, cartoon character face on there instead of Nick Paulus. But
I apologize for taking Nick's handsome face off and putting mine on.
it's okay. I think it's
At
okay.
least it's a cartoon. Details needed.
Yeah, but still, shout out to one of the OGs of the show, Nick Paulus, who's doing big things at ESPN Cleveland right now, working there full time, and I think he's even Saturday shows are him and Chris Oldak. Saturday show taking off. I don't know.
They're beating that show that Aaron Goldhammer does, but that's just because I like to pick on Aaron Goldhammer.
we are all friends of all of them, and appreciate everybody that's in the industry trying to join them as well and take as much as we can from them, because you can never stop learning in this business. Now, what we have stopped learning about is where, I guess, the Voldemort type situation, he who shall not be named on this show, but is going to be named right now because, again, it's part of our job.
And it's not that we're mad at him.
Nope.
We're just sick of the subject probably as much as everybody else is, but it's like we have to talk about it. It is what it is.
I think you coined the phrase that we were Browns bros from the Baker Bros thing. Now, we are not Baker bros, but we're also not Baker haters. We can actually see the light and respect what
Baker appreciators?
Appreciators, yes. Appreciators. Baker realist is what I would like to call it, because are there issues? And were there issues? Sure. Did he play well? And can he still be a good quarterback? Sure. But he is still on this roster, and while I'm still kind of back and forth with the whole Deshaun Watson decision, they have filled out the quarterback room with quarterbacks they feel they can do maybe some similar things and also add some other dynamics.
I mean, they pretty much showed what quarterback Andrew Berry would like to have in this offseason.
Yes.
Big, strong, mobile quarterbacks.
AFC North, that's what everybody's always clamored for here. And, but you had Baker Mayfield, who showed that he is one of the toughest dudes that you are ever going to come across. Even as Baker realist and those that can see the positive side of Baker Mayfield and appreciate what he's done for this organization, we all three of us know he's not going to be here. There is no intent for him to be here. Every other NFL team knows he's not going to be here. So, and it just seems just this back and forth, and maybe new articles come out telling us what we kind of already know, just with more detail. At this point, the reason why we don't talk about it is we're sick of it. We are sick of it. Like, I'm done talking Baker Mayfield. I don't want to have to do that. Again, part of our job, and we haven't done a good enough role or a good enough job of doing that responsibility, so we're doing that now. Who deserves more blame in where we are at with this saga now? Baker or the Browns?
Wow. I would have to actually say the Browns, to be honest. I think it starts from them playing him when he was injured. They should have sat him and saved him from himself because they know what kind of person he was. But when you went and I understand what they had to do. They wanted their franchise quarterback. They kind of screwed themselves when they got him with this one. And then they went and made all the other teams super pissed off at him for getting Deshaun Watson that fully guaranteed contract. Now, those teams could sit there and come out and say because it was Deshaun Watson, and if you were real, I'd be like, okay, I understand that, but I don't believe you. I believe it was all because he didn't want no one to ever have fully guaranteed money, which I am for. The players getting more guaranteed money. If you're going to put your body on the line, I think you should be paid to put your body on the line. If you get hurt, you should be paid for what you were going to do, because you were hurt. And that's what's going on right now. And it's just this stalemate between the Browns and the rest of the NFL. And I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, do you think they wait and just see if another guy goes down and the market for Baker goes up? Do they just release him and let this thing go? What do you want to happen?
I mean, now if you keep him on the roster, do you risk that, him doing, because everybody says he's immature, so if an immature person that, is only about being on social media and acting and all that kind of stuff, would he show up to the facility to kind of force his way out because they don't want him to be there? Now it's all voluntary, but come June mandatory minicamp.
Now we keep hearing that. I mean, what if he does call him? He's like, hey, you guys do have me signed. Do you want me to come in and, just be your backup or whatever? And he just totally bites the bullet and goes, hey, you know what? Let's just put bygones to bygones. I'll go be your backup. I know you guys want these guys. I'm just here in case someone else comes up, or by the end of the year, I highly doubt that happens. I know
I just-
Baker, he's not that kind of person, but
I just think-
that's like the dream case scenario, and I don't think that's going to ever happen.
I just think that that bridge is completely burned.
Yeah, I
at
do
this
too.
point. So anything that is done from either side it feels like passive aggressive at this point, and that is one of the at least I can acknowledge one of the knocks on Baker is maybe that passive aggressive, that immaturity element to him still. Now the whole taking shots at him constantly because he's on social media. I don't see him tweeting all the time. I don't see him. His wife posted him working out the other day on her Instagram. Oh my gosh, Baker Mayfield's on social media too much. He's all about himself. Most of the people that are criticizing him for that, where they're doing that on?
Nowhere.
Social media. So why do you get a voice, but these athletes don't?
I'm pretty sure someone said it the other day. Twitter's creed is to judge people. That's all. It's like, you got a
Right.
point.
Right. And we may do that through microphones, and even that, we can't always relate fully to what these athletes are going through, things like that. It's just, why is that? Why are we making a guy out to be like this horrible person because he's on social media too much or he goes on too many podcasts? We're making him out to look worse than a lot of the athletes. Deshaun Watson is not guilty of anything as of right now, but there are athletes that have been guilty of acts like that and worse that have been brought back and given a second chance. And everybody believes in a second chance.
Who's it? The Hardy guy from Dallas?
Right.
Greg Hardy. That guy didn't get nowhere near like the sabotage on his character that Baker's getting right now.
Right. So and I know that those conversations can be difficult because that deals with very difficult circumstances. It's easy to completely bash a guy, make him out to be an absolute villain when all he's doing wrong is being on social media too much for your liking. That's not any sort of argument. I don't feel that that's a valid argument to say that you don't like the guy. If you don't like the guy now or you never liked him, you don't think he can play, even if he gets healthy, you don't think, fine, whatever. Baker's not going to be here. It's just, I feel uneasy listening to people bash Baker constantly for no reason, just finding new conversations to have to bash Baker, making him out to be this horrible person when, again, we have brought a quarterback in, giving him the most money, all guaranteed, $230 million, who's alleged by 22 different women of at least sexual misconduct allegations.
Here's what everyone just keeps coming at this dude. It's like, oh, he sucks. Look at last year. This dude sucks. Like the dude was playing with his arm pretty much hanging off him.
Right.
Like the last time he was healthy, he was balling out, and everyone's just so recent biased, and it drives me absolutely insane because when he beat Pittsburgh in that playoff game, no one was saying any of this crap. He was getting praised. Bring him up. Get a new contract in there. Dude comes in the new season. We lose to Kansas City, but he balls out. Then gets hurt, and everyone just hates him. Like, come on, dude.
Well, and now we're hearing from anonymous players that, did you see the video that Odell's dad put out? And why that didn't get much flack on that either. Like, we got daddy coming to our defenses, as a 28, 29-year-old professional who is only known, and I don't think that this quote was real because I think it's Ballsack Sports. It's like this fake account all the time. But they try to say that Deebo Samuel, when Odell Beckham Jr. came to his defense and was putting out those rumors about him going to the Patriots, him saying that he's only known for one catch. Guess what, Odell? You are a good receiver, but you're only known for one catch on a Sunday night football game in the Meadowlands, reaching back for the New York Giants. That is what got you known, was that catch. And you haven't done much since. You have not been available to your team since. Congratulations on the Super Bowl. But again, now he's getting defended as not being part of the problem. I feel like he was part of the problem.
I don't care what anyone says. That dude was dropping passes that he was making in L.A. because he was more into it. He was bought into it. And was Baker part of that problem? Yes.
Yes.
Also, so was Odell. They were both part of the problem. I don't care what anyone says. He was helping divide a locker room.
And I'm sure, and I saw the video from practice of Baker throwing an out route to Jarvis, up the sideline. and it was a bad throw, and Jarvis was able to make the catch. So I'm sure there was issues like that, not just
where
last
was
year.
the video of when he threw that dime against Carolina against triple coverage or whatever on the run, just boom, right in his hand. That was a beautiful throw. Like, if you want, I could sit there and make a video montage and make a player look amazing, or I could make him look like crap. That's what it's a video. Like, dude, you grabbed all the lowlights of his video on an injured year.
Right. Now, again, were there mental mistakes that you can't have? Even if you're injured, you got to be able to overcome. And if you're going to go out there and play, yes. What I mainly criticize Baker for is he told us to our faces through press conferences, if I feel like this injury causes me to hurt the team and takes away the opportunity for this team to win, I will not go out there. Whether it was the team or him, if he really felt that, he would have said something that I can't go out there. I need to rest this for a little bit. I need to see if I can actually get it somewhat okay enough to play and have us win games at the end of the year. So he told us that, and he lied. So
here's the thing, too. That is I agree with you, but if the doctors say he's completely fine, the coaches say that,
right,
and he goes, no, I can't. Now you might open up a new can of worms by being like,
oh, he's he's nursing it or whatever.
Right. Yeah, like remember when at the beginning of the year when Odell did this?
Yeah.
And he was healthy. He said, I'm good to go. And then right before the game, after taking up practice from someone else, he's like, I'm not feeling good. What happened next week? They sat him. But so it's a weird situation there, and I get it. That's why I said the Browns should have saved Baker from Baker.
Right, and I guess to go back to the original question, who do I blame more? Who am I more frustrated with? At this point, it's the Browns because they've just completely botched this whole thing. And when they went to go visit Deshaun Watson, he supposedly said he was out. Baker saw the writing on the wall that they don't have this faith in me. Like, why am I going to play for this team? He could already see, and then it just so happened that Deshaun Watson changed his mind the next day. I am more frustrated with the Browns. My main point is there is blame all around, but everybody is putting it on one person because they are just so angry. And especially the people that were so excited about Baker being drafted, and they thought he was going to be the franchise quarterback, and I think he still could have been. A hot take kind of right now, I would still rather take Baker Mayfield than Deshaun Watson, knowing, for those that try to come at me, and I know you will for saying that, I know Deshaun Watson is a better football player than Baker Mayfield. But when you add in the off-field stuff for right now, until we figure out more about the Watson situation off the field, I would rather take a guy that's considered immature for being on podcasts and social media than a guy being alleged of what the acts he is being alleged. Again, know that Deshaun Watson is still more... he is a much better football player, and if he is truly innocent like he says, this team has got their franchise quarterback moving forward. But those that were so excited about Baker Mayfield when he was selected that night in Dallas, about being that, and now they're taking their anger out on him that it didn't work out for many different factors, that's not right, and that's just not how you should be looking at things. And we try to bring a reflection of just shed a light on what is realistic. Baker's at fault. The Browns organization's at fault. Odell had some fault in it. Barry, Stefanski, as much as we trust them, everybody makes mistakes. We are human beings at the end of the day. As they are put up on pedestals, our athletes and superstars and celebrities, they are still human beings, just like you and me. And they make mistakes like all of us. They got to own up to them. They got to suffer the consequences. And then get your second chances, and hopefully Deshaun Watson, figure out what's going on there. He'll get his second chance no matter what. Hopefully Baker gets one as well. I think that's enough.
I think I've done on Baker.
It's all off my chest again, like everything that's been balled up while we weren't doing it, off my chest now.
Before we do, I kind of hope the Browns hold on to him and hold out for a deal, because I think his market will go up. Gerard Cherry has been saying it. Mm-hmm. Just wait it out. I don't think he's going to come in. I don't think he's going to make a stir, because I think he respects his former teammates a lot more than that. I just waited out.
Immediate reaction when I asked this question. What month does he get traded or released where Baker's not on this roster? What month?
I don't know what month it is, but I'm going to say week 2 of the season. How about that?
Audio.
Ooh, I think he might be done. I think he might be gone before the season starts.
I'm going to say June around minicamp is when I would say that he would be gone. Because if you have to go 6 weeks when you're on vacation and you're still talking about that and waiting for someone to see if someone gets, needs a quarterback in training camp.
I hope you guys are right and I'm wrong.
You really botched it. But
No, if you're right, I think we'll get less for him. If I'm right, I think it's because you're going to get a first-round pick and a lot more of that salary you don't have to eat. Because someone – I swear by week 2 every year, there's always major injuries like throughout the entire league.
And remember, there's a reason why I don't make predictions on the show. It's because I'm superstitious. Well, I'm not superstitious. I'm only a little stitious. But I also suck at making predictions, so I don't try not to do it. So take that for what it's worth. We'll probably be dealing with this in July as well. And
probably.
We'll have to get more off our chest after another couple months of not talking about it. But some fun on the other side. It is Mother's Day as people are watching this on Sunday, or it was Mother's Day this weekend as you're watching on replay throughout the week. Some Mother's Day shout-outs, and weather's getting nicer. It's time to start thinking about what you're going to do for the summer. A little hodgepodge segment to end the show. This is A Voice of Land on the Big Play Network.
Are you looking for a career in manufacturing? Vector Technical has you covered. Vector Technical is a 28-year-old staffing firm that has partnered with some of the biggest and the best companies throughout northeastern Ohio. The recruiters at Vector Technical will coach you through the entire job process and will help you land an opportunity that you are truly excited about. Vector does not add any additional fees and offers benefits as well as free online skills training through Penn Foster. To learn more, visit www.vectortechnicalinc.com and make sure to check out our job board to see a full list of our current opportunities and apply.
Welcome back one final time this Sunday night as we pre-record in the middle of the afternoon on Saturday, May 7th. But one more time, one final segment here on the Voice of Land on the Big Play Network. Kevin Arnold, always positive Jay on the other side of the table. Behind the proverbial glass, it is audio or Peter Tellep. It's Mother's Day, guys. It is a great time of the year. We know, April showers bring May flowers that you can give to your mother for Mother's Day. And I guess I'll start out I'm just going to shout out my mom, Sharon Arnold. I guess we need to do like a practice for our mother-son dance at the wedding.
Oh, man.
But, can't thank her enough. I mean, my dad, too, raising us. But, it's Mother's Day, so right now we're focused on what the moms did. And can't thank her enough for everything that she did to help raise me and, make me into the person that I am today and continues to support me in this quest to be a part of the sports media industry, do sports talk for a living, hopefully moving forward. I mean, I'm kind of doing it right now with Voice of Land, and hopefully that takes off. But in some form or fashion, she continues to support me for that. And a special shout out as well to the future awesome mother-in-law, Janet Fenstermaker, who, in just 14 short days will be officially my awesome mother-in-law, and everything she has done, and her husband Tim, especially Janet, though, everything she's done to help get this wedding rolling, help planning, and putting together all the flowers, everything like that. Can't thank her enough for all of her efforts and support that she's shown me in, the couple years that I have known her to this point and kind of welcomed me into the family.
I got to give a shout out to my mom, too, Mary Banky out in Akron. And then a shout out to my future mother-in-law, Gina Temko. But I'd also like to rest in peace to my grandmother, but I got to always give her a shout out because she was a huge part of my life, too, also. And I think grandmas should get some recognition on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a Grandma's Day. There should be.
I think there's a Grandparents' Day, but they don't.
They deserve
But it's
their
not
own day.
really that well celebrated.
So like Mother's Day, when you do stuff for your mom, like you still, like if you have, just like Peter and his wife, that, they have kids, so you're going to celebrate his wife, celebrate your grandma, so, kind of different ways. There's all these different card options, more so for Mother's Day than there is Father's Day. But on that note, though.
Mother's Day's got it made. Well, let's just be real. They were smart. What are the gifts on Mother's Day? You get like chocolates, flowers, nice things. Mm-hmm. Father's Day, what we get, women are so much smarter than us, though. They get us weed whackers, lawnmowers, all these things so we can go do more chores.
Tools for the grill.
I heard someone pointing that out. I'm like, good move, ladies. Smooth move. Yeah. Hats off to you guys on that one.
But you brought up a good point there, though, when you were kind of shouting out your family. I would also like to kind of send prayers and kind of looking up to the heavens to my grandma, Roseanne Stanovac, who, I mean, she was the heart and soul of our family from my mom's side of things. And I hope she's looking down and proud of me every single day. And I know that her and my fiance Jana would have really gotten along. And I know.
So you have the same problem I do. They didn't get to meet each other. And that's
never
one thing I wish I could have had is my grandmother meet Tiffany. That would have been awesome.
Never got to meet each other, but we kind of have this feeling that grandma kind of helped us find each other. Because kind of anniversary of her passing, a few years later, one of those anniversaries was the first date that Jana and I had. So I think grandma was still looking out for me. So
she was your chauffeur on your first date and you didn't even know it.
Yeah, grandma has always been looking out for us and still looking down on us today. Peter?
Oh, just a shout out to my mother, Elaine Tellep. Is I think the moms get more stuff because they put up with a lot more having to have us.
Is your mom like the super computer that they go to
no.
in Age of Ultron to get Ultron? Is that what your mom was?
No.
All right.
Actually, when I try to explain technical stuff to people, I have to stop and think. It's how would I explain this to my mom so she would understand? She's gotten pretty good at stuff, but she will still talk to me sometimes and complain about problems she's having with her printer or whatnot. But as my mom used to say, she brought me into this world. She could always take me out.
Yeah,
so,
that's what my mom said.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it usually followed by a shoe coming at me.
or something like that. And my awesome mother-in-law, Kathy Sarpolis, will actually get to see them tomorrow today on Mother's Day. And of course to my lovely wife, the mother of my two Rugrats. So. And to my sisters, because all three of my sisters. So I mean, we have enough nieces and nephews to field the baseball team right now. So
nice,
yeah.
So on behalf of Voice of the Land, happy Mother's Day to our mother figures in our lives, but also to all of the mother figures celebrating Mother's Day. On behalf of the show, we want to wish you a very blessed and happy Mother's Day. And Mother's Day kind of maybe as you look past Mother's Day, weather-wise,
it's finally broke. It stopped raining. I was just getting ready to build my ark, Kevin. I was starting to get a little worried there. I was like, I'm going to get the
price
ark
of lumber now.
Yeah, that's why I was like, lumber's too expensive.
Yeah, well, I'm going to knock on some lumber, some wood here. That the weather actually starts to break a little bit more consistently once we kind of get this more, I guess, longer stretch of a preview of summer coming up. Now, what's funny is one of the summer activities that you do is you go to the summer blockbuster, so you're still inside. I know you're going to...
I'm going to Doctor Strange, and we were going to ask you, what is your big review here, Kevin, on the show? Is that a cricket? Did I hear crickets? No, that's crickets. Well, there it is. That is the big review from Kevin Arnold. Everything you need to know about the show is right there.
Excuse me. No spoilers, please. Thank you. No spoilers, please. I've seen the movie, but I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not even... I used to give out, just tweet out a reaction, a general reaction, some sort of emotion word.
No, this kid, I asked him as soon as I come in here, I'm like, Kevin, on a 1 to 10, he just stared at me like he just stared at you. I'm like, come on, give me something. He's like, nope. It's like he never saw it. He actually went to a doctor's appointment. He didn't go see Doctor Strange I don't know what you're talking about. This is not a spoiler. I did hear that they have 2 post-credit scenes, so if you go to see the movie, there is 2.
Isn't that a spoiler, though?
No, because a lot of people leave and they don't know that. That's what
I don't want to, because we were going to talk about summer activities. I don't want to go into another rant here, but
they should just do it right at the end. Why do they make us wait through all these things?
No,
I always hate that.
No. If you're going to a Marvel movie,
you should know by now.
Why don't you leave? There's people that leave before the mid-credit scene.
Yeah, I know.
What? Then what? What are you doing? What did you come to see?
I don't know. Okay. If you see a Marvel movie, there's about a 99% chance there's going to be a mid-credit scene and a post-credit scene. That's all we're going to say.
Yeah, just hang out and wait. I used to get mad at my dad for having us. He used to love to watch the credits and see who did what, and we used to have to stay at the movie theater. Now, at least Marvel has helped me pay that off.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have liked that very much. Because at least I can't stand waiting. I'm like, come on, let's get to the scene. I just want to see the scene. And then the scene comes. I'm like, yeah, let's go. And then I got to watch more. I'm like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Here we go, Steve. And it's all good.
Yeah.
If my dad made me sit through that like yours,
Oh, it was bad.
yeah, I would have.
Before the MCU
your dad would
era.
have hated to have me as a kid.
I think my dad hated me. Didn't hate me, but like hated having me in a movie theater as a kid because, boy, before the MCU era, I hated sitting through post-credit scenes. But summer activities, as it's nice outside, what's one thing you're looking forward to really being able to do to get outside and do, and not
Go
be inside?
kayaking. I cannot wait to go kayaking down the
love
Mohican. I love going down into Lake Erie. I really want to get a kayak myself. If I can only have like my car stay together and I don't have more bills from that, that'd be great. But yeah, I cannot wait to kayak. I love just being on the water anywhere.
Peaceful.
Oh, it's like there is something about being on water that I'm at total peace at. And thank God we got Lake Erie because truly, if you see, I love the ocean. Like Lake Erie just like helps keep that inner burn for the ocean.
Yeah, I know a lot of people haven't heard of the town, being from up here, Piedmont, Ohio, but I love going down to visit her parents and her, Jana's, old hometown of Piedmont, Ohio, and especially during the summer because we go kayaking on Piedmont Lake, and it is just, it's already quiet enough down there to kind of get away from everything. It's just so peaceful to go kayaking. Peter, what's that one big thing that you're looking forward to being able to do more consistently outside?
Yeah, I don't even know. It's just probably just even walking the dog. I mean, just take it in a nice long walk on a nice day with the dog, and wearing him out and just getting some exercise because we live right by the lake. So, walking to the end of my street, walking along, like Salida there, which is right on the lake. It's nice. It's just like having the windows open in the house.
Yeah.
Just getting that
What's that
breeze
like?
going.
I got cats. I don't know what that's like. They will rip my screens off and escape.
Yeah.
So I haven't had a window open in my house in years,
jeez.
dude.
I mean, the only problem with windows open is you don't get it for very long. You only get like a week or so of that, maybe total in a year, because we really only have 2 seasons, summer and winter.
Like spring is all of like 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure at this point.
Yeah, we don't. A lot of people have said it. We don't have an actual spring.
I am looking forward to trying. I do want to try to get out to. So the city of Mentor puts on the Mentor Rocks thing every Tuesday night. They have concerts and they're free concerts.
Do they do that now? I think Cuyahoga Falls too.
Yeah,
down on the river,
yeah,
rocking on the river.
It's a free concert. They have food trucks, I think, and everything. And it always seems like either like I got a meeting I got to do or something. Like something comes up and I don't get to do it. But they've got some like Everclear is playing, I think, at the City Fest, and they have
Oh wow, Everclear.
or maybe they're playing one of the nights. But there's like this. I think the Spin Doctors, Everclear, and
Oddly, I was
there's one
just
other one.
listening
It's
to the
weird.
Spin Doctors the other day.
But yeah, they get some national acts in there. But I guess they get some really good cover bands too.
There's some great cover bands around here. But you sprung something like I can't wait for carnivals. Not because I don't care about. I just
the carny
love
food?
carny food
You took
and
my
those.
one big thing.
Sorry, it's the lemonade for me. I just am addicted to those.
The big cup of sugar.
Well, and see, like they happened last year, but they didn't feel.
Yeah.
They still didn't feel right last year. So I think this year we're finally getting to the point of it's still a new normal, and you still got to be cautious because we're not going to be able to prevent everything. And at some point we're going to be talking about COVID like we have the flu for a while, but to be able to get back out in bigger groups of people outside at carnivals, festivals, block parties, things like that, like the food, even though I can't eat most of it, like just even the smell, just going there and the smells, like the church festivals and like you said, maybe communities doing these concerts in the park, movies in the park, just being outside with other people.
I mean, RBS has got a huge summer bash coming up. I'm looking forward to that one too.
That's not just RBS, but
Or the whole station having a big outdoor bash.
I'm not gonna say. I don't even know if it's happening because they're still thinking they're gonna do it or not. I don't know.
Oh, really? Well, I mean, you got any inside scoop you want to tell us?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. You ain't gonna give it up. It's like that's my job.
Ask me about Doctor Strange again. I'll answer that.
Oh, same style, same answer.
I'd rather answer the Doctor Strange. Ask me again.
I love it.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm not answering anything on
All right.
Dr. Strange or
So,
any.
anyways, I'm also looking forward to barbecues, dude. I love a good family cookout, dude. That is just a blast.
Again, just
4th of July, all that stuff is great.
getting outside with people and like interacting. I think just
Fishing. I can't wait to go fishing.
I want to learn how to fish, not just golf. I want to learn how to fish.
I got a buddy I can hook you up with. He'll teach you everything.
I have like the hookup because Janice family fishes all the time. It's just I'd never had the opportunity to go with them and learn how to do it. So maybe I'll, if I swing a golf club on an actual golf course and
my dad's got a boat, so if you want to come on that too.
Yeah, and actually like cast a reel this summer. This summer will be a success for me.
Have you gone fishing before?
No.
You've never gone fishing?
No.
Oh, I've only gone like as a kid.
Yeah, my family didn't do that. Like even you don't have to have all that stuff up here to do that because there's lakes, there's the rivers and everything. My family never taught me that. It didn't tell me how to fish. Didn't tell me how to hunt, how to play golf.
Yeah, they at least showed you Star Wars as a kid. They didn't show me Star Wars as a kid. So
well, they showed me Star Wars. They showed me Star
take.
Wars and comic books. So
yeah.
Oh, there you go.
But that keeps you inside. I'd rather be outside when it's nice in the summer. Even as simple as going for a walk and going to your local ice cream shop and just.
Which I'm going to after this. I'm having a craving for ice cream.
That's going to happen.
Just going outside and just sitting in the sun and drinking some lemonade. Just sitting there and enjoying the sound of birds chirping instead of that winter chill through your bones.
Yeah, we may actually have to do a VTL like little golf outing. I'm sure we could find a 9-hole course around here.
Well, we talked to our guy last week. He said we can one of his
Yeah,
tournaments.
we'll-
We should go and hook up and go out there.
We'll connect with Ed again. So, but that is going to bring us to the end of our show. For those still tuned in or kind of skipping ahead to the end, as a reminder, we will be doing a live remote, our first ever live remote for
Which
Voice
I
of
am
the Land.
so pumped for you guys.
Boy, everybody, when I've told people this, they're like, "This is so good for you guys. This is so big
It's
for you
going
guys."
to be epic party. It's a
Loving
good
it.
time.
So.
Yeah, I got to make sure everything works.
Yeah. I mean, it's a test run, but it's also for a good cause. Top Dog Tailgate, taking donations. They got 20 or so spots left. If you don't know how to get in touch with them, reach out to us, DM us at VTL_pod on Twitter. We'll get you connected with the right people. Get out there, give your $20 to support City Dogs of Cleveland. It's going to be dog adoptions going on out there, cornhole tournaments, Jay's birthday bash, everything like that. Come see us, come say hi. We'll get some guests on. We'll just have people just jump on the microphone. As long as they keep their language intact, as best we can, because there's probably going to be language flying all around us and coming through the microphones. But we'll have a good time. WJ Green Lodge on Reservoir Road in Berea, the Metro Parks out there. And looking ahead, getting married, guys. So May 21st, there will, May 22nd, at least, there will not be a show because it is Debbie's birthday, Peter's wife, and getting married. So, yeah, there's no way I'm even though we're in town, I'm not coming back on.
Hers is the big 302.
Yeah, big.
Yeah.
We're going right in the middle. Big 3-5 for both Jay and Debbie. Yeah, does she not even want that?
We'll stay with 30 for her.
All right, we'll stay with 30 for both of them. All right, nice even number. I like that. So, but yeah, so we will not have a show on May 22nd, and then it's kind of up in the air the last Sunday in May because I'll be on my honeymoon still or just coming back. Not coming to do the show that day, but we want to still give content to the people. We got to connect with the people. So just a little look ahead. We'll remind everyone of the schedule ahead next week. But for this edition of the pre-recorded show on a Saturday, live on a Sunday night, for Always Positive J Audio, our producer, I am Kevin Arnold, reminding all of you, don't let anyone ever tell you it's just a game. For all our Marvel fans and just people in general in society, do good. We truly love you all. 3,000. And as our great late friend Mike Allen always used to say, live life, all gas, no brakes. We'll see you all next week live for our live remote right here on the Voice of the Land on the Big Play Network.